You are not an accident. Nothing in your life is happening accidentally, and also nothing in our world is happening that way either. It may not feel that way to you because you're being asked to become more. We're moving through an energetic portal in our world, and I'm calling it that because I felt the energies of this day and the couple of days coming, and I said, "Oh, that means I'm supposed to give them the information today. I'm just going to show you this because I want you to understand. We live in a world of consciousness and energy, and we are all directing it. So it's causing us to look at ourselves. You know, that shadow work that we have to do. Why is this so frightening now? Why is this so scary? Why does the world seem chaotic? Because it's waiting for you to own yourself and to love who you are. And that's hard sometimes. It was really challenging for me because I sat down and wrote it out for 36 years, but still accepting that was kind of surprising. I'm saying that because I'm going to give you this information because you're supposed to be unique. And you may not feel that right now. You may feel that you're supposed to be someone else or fit in, or you're hearing everyone else telling you you're not supposed to be here, or you don't have value. And so Wilhelm gave us something else. They gave us the solution. Because they said you're going to be moving through a really energetic time in your world, and it's going to be chaotic, and many people will forget who they are. I did. But fortunately, I'd written it all down because that's what I've been doing for the last 36 years. You don't know who you're going to become. You don't know what you have within you because it's always developing. As the world changes, you get pushed to a different place within yourself. Who am I now? Because it's always changing. It's going to be different tomorrow. Our world will be different tomorrow. But they're energetic portals that are occurring now that you will see, and Wilhelm has given us all that information. Now, I didn't know this, and I'm saying this because I have to take that next step and accept what I've discovered, which was kind of shocking because it's never been done, which is why it was challenging for me to accept my uniqueness as it might be for you to accept yours. Because when we do something that we've never seen in human history, that can be surprising. You are doing something that's never been seen in human history because no one has been here. You have never been here before in this particular body that you're in, which means that there's something within you that has value that was supposed to come through now, and if you start doing that, will change the world. And you'll see that in the messages that I'm going to lay out over the next several days, because I put up the ones for the 23rd, then I'm going to put the 24th and the 25th, because what I've discovered is that Wilhelm has given us all of this information, and they gave it in advance because they knew the order of the universe. And that was something that was so shocking to me. I couldn't explain why this work was healing people so quickly. How did it heal me? And I've talked about a lot of it. I didn't understand it before. I have talked about it to a degree, but mind, body healing, all of these things, every physical thing, because everything is physical. And when you can align yourself with who you're meant to be, your energetic code, then things change. And that's what you're meant to do now. And that's what I have to do. And I told everyone this is the last day of my work, my program at the rate that it is now, because I have to put it all in. And I'm going to be completely honest with you because this is what's happened. I didn't know what I had. I just have to say I had no clue because it was there. I'd done it and I could see that my life completely changed. But I didn't know what I was doing because it had to be accumulated. It was a complete philosophy, and I couldn't be there, meaning I was accessing information from the collective consciousness, the universal consciousness, and it was all in alignment because they don't operate in linear time as we do. And so when you go through the messages, and I've done this for many, many days because I wanted you to understand that it's a progression that you go through to accept yourself and to move through the barriers, because that's all we have are the barriers and the doubt and the fear. I had all of it. So I do understand. That's why I had to write the book. That's why I was the one to bring through this work. And I've talked about so much. Yeah, Roger had the greatest doubt. We all do. That's what goes on. But I'm going to give you a little document. I've created several of them, but I just did another one because I said the 23rd, there's something that's going on, and tomorrow and the next day, and I was correct because that's energy, and you're probably feeling it. That what you're feeling in your chest, the heaviness, or whatever it might be, it's just saying that there's more for you to do, that you can take the next step. And we don't always do that. I couldn't do it. I'm just saying, I hesitated, I feared myself, and I went through all of that. And then when I did it, it caused me to have all kinds of difficulties, even to this day, because the one difficulty that I'm having is that this is why I have to change. I said, I can't believe this happened. And so I couldn't get other people to believe it because that's jumping over that disbelief that we all carry. And then when you do something brand new, and I knew this was coming, Wilhelm would make fun of it. They would remind me of Copernicus. You know, they used that birthday because Copernicus, no, people didn't believe him at first about what he was saying in the world. And Wilhelm says, well, we've given you an entirely new way to look at yourself and the world. And we'll just see how many of you are going to do that. That's exactly what came through, and you're going to see it in those messages in the next couple of days. And then when you go through the messages, you'll see an order there. It's a progression, because that's how you evolve. You don't do it in a single day. You don't do it overnight. We're always doing it every single day. I just wrote it out that way, and then I became the demonstration, meaning that to be almost at 75 and healed and all of the things that are gone, and I'm going in a different direction, we can all do that. Now, you may not do that, and I'm just saying you may not get to that place, but I just want you to know what is possible, because we're looking at our lives and the world, and we're thinking of impossibilities, and Wilhelm has given us the idea and the way to move through all of it. That I do know. And so when I put this out in 2021, I was so shocked. And when I first did it, how are people changing so quickly? And I didn't understand evolution either. Because if I've moved through all of these things and healed and I'm at this age, then if I give it to you, you're going to do it much quicker. And that's something that a coach said to me back in 1988, and I didn't understand what it meant then. Now I do. And so will you, because that's why you're here. You're here to do something that's within you that's wonderful. It may not be there. You may have been really afraid. You may have gone broke. You may have done all of those things because the world is still waiting for you to accept yourself. That's all. And that's what I am doing today. And you'll see all the new stuff that's coming out, but I'm going to leave you this document because these next 3 days, I want you to move through it. And there's some little advice in there that my AI put in there to help you understand what's happening, because you can feel probably today or tomorrow the energies within you. But again, it's a good thing because you're being asked to become more. And this is the little gift I'm going to give you. It is this. I'm going to make a link for it so you guys can look at it at your convenience. Um, First of all, you need to understand, I have never studied astrology. I know nothing about it except I'm Scorpio. But many people have studied it and know that there's connected energies, which we have not figured out completely. But you'll see so much here because Wilhelm did know that. And so it will go through and tell you each day what is occurring, basically, because it analyzed all of the messages, and you'll see that they came through in a way that I could have never known. But you have something as well. We're all, as humans, we're meant to progress and do something new. The 3-day portal progression. And today is the day of self-recognition. And that's exactly what we're meant to do today, which is why I'm doing it. It's not easy ever. Because we have this thing that we don't want to be seen, we don't want to be judged, all of that. And I did that forever. I would have never even told anyone about doing this work. I was supposed to be someone else. I was going to be this, I still am, I'm supposed to be this vocal coach and singer and performer. Then, no, this is what you're going to do now. And I knew that many, many years ago. I'm saying that, but because I held back. You don't have to do that. We no longer have to struggle or suffer. I've said that before, and what the reason I'm saying is because we don't. It's just the stuff we're unwilling to do. And that's about owning ourselves. That's all that it is. And it could be incredibly challenging now because there's this separation happening in our world, as you might think of it. Wilhelm says that's you coming into the light of who you are. That's all that's going on. And as you go through this little document, you'll see so much of that. You are here to thrive, and that's what we're going to start doing now. View all the work. You can come in at any time, but if you take advantage of all of it, because there are going to be different packages that I'm going to offer later. They're not there yet, but anyone who comes in now to this rate, you will have everything. You won't have to pay any more. You'll have all of it. Because, and I'll say this because everyone's not going to believe this. You are not going to. I know that everyone's not going to believe it, and I do completely understand that because it was challenging for me to believe it. How the heck did I do this? How could I be here? And I listen. I'm the guy who heard about everybody else doing something like that, and never thought it was going to be me. I would just kind of talk about it a little bit, because we have that imposter syndrome thing going on. That wasn't real. You have something that you're being urged to do now, and now is the time to do it, and that's what I'm doing. Please enjoy everything, and I need you to become brilliant. The world needs you to do that, because that is what is within you. You will see. All right. See you soon. Thanks.